Friday, Tigers. It's January 26th and we are back after nearly 2 weeks of crazy Oklahoma weather of snow and ice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Avery. This is a reminder that, as always, high school FCA and Teens for Christ will be meeting in the old gym at lunch today. Everyone is invited.
Now if you'll please join us for a moment of silence.
Would you please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This broadcast is brought to you by Local Bank, Trucks for You, American Legion Frank Glad Post Number 20, Armstrong Bank, Bravado Wireless, Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Keith Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, Somax School of Music, Jeff Walker at Edward Jones, Max Drive-In, Tiger's Den, Burrow Post Frame Supply, Dr. Coy and Dr. Kimberly Durasset, G&H Outdoor Services, Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center, Michelle Mackey at Chenoweth and Cohen, New Direction Dental and Sleep Care, Simple Simon's Pizza, Sticks 4 Mile Stop, and Sticks Fort Quick Stop.
Juniors, don't forget to check out and complete the Google Classroom survey regarding selling prom candy.
High school students will be attending the 27th Annual Talent Show today during third hour. It takes a lot of courage to stand on the stage and show off your talent. Please be kind and respectful of our fellow classmates.
Varsity athletes, if you recently ordered a Letterman jacket, the payment must be paid by February 7th at 9 a.m.
Next Friday night, February 2nd, will be basketball senior night. So if you're a senior and involved with that ceremony, make sure to check your email for the form that is due today. Senior night and both games will be streaming live here on TigerVision.
I recently had the chance to spend some time with the staff of this year's high school yearbook to find out what's happening behind the scenes of compiling our year in one book. Every year, our award-winning yearbook staff works tirelessly to perfect and create our middle and high school yearbook. They devote many in-school and after-school hours making our yearbook the best it can be. I got the opportunity to talk to some of the staff and their supervisor about this year's book and all the work that's going on behind the scenes.
My favorite thing about being an advisor is working with our staff. I love seeing how excited they are. I'm excited for them to see what they come up with. Every year I feel like they just get better and better. So I love being able to work so closely with the students and then see what they're able to produce. They always surprise themselves and I love it.
So as editor-in-chief, my favorite part would probably be just being able to create my own ideas and put them in the book. So like, you know, visions that I have are what we get to put in the book. So that's pretty cool.
I can't wait to see all that hard work being put on paper. I'm Avery reporting for TigerVision News.
Thank you, Avery. I always look forward to spending hours looking through the yearbook, and because this is my last year in high school, it'll mean so much more to me. Thanks to those on the yearbook staff for working so hard to document our history.
Well, the temperatures are so much warmer than the single-digit temps we had last week. Let's head over to Lily to find out where the weather roller coaster is heading for the weekend.
Thanks, ladies. Well, last week was extremely cold and slick at times for sure. Today and tomorrow will be wet with rain, most likely totaling up to 1 inch around here in the fort. But the nice thing is fog should finally be moving out. After a chilly day of rain today and tomorrow, the sun should finally show itself Sunday. And look at the temps for next week. We should have high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Even though those morning lows will be around the freezing mark, I am looking forward to the next week, seeing the sunshine again. And as always, we'd like to thank our News on 6 for this week's weather graphic. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
What happens when you bank local? Our businesses grow. Our schools get more funding. Our first responders get more support. Our families flourish. Our community thrives. to local bank. A bank that answers when you call.
What about 21 here? They're going to be 2021.
And now let's see what's happening in the fort and around the world.
In the fort, January is School Board Recognition Month, and we want to take this time to thank these 5 people who give their time to make decisions for our school. We appreciate the School Board President, Larry Sand, Vice President Jennifer Rouse, Clerk Scott Abbott, and members Haley Norman and Josh Young.
In the state, our Oklahoma City Thunder are off to a great start on their season so far. They scored 140 points, making a season high this past Wednesday night as they romped the San Antonio Spurs 140 to 114. The Thunder is currently sitting in second place in the Western Conference, with the season being almost halfway completed.
In the nation, it is an election year and primary elections have started. So far, 2 states have opened the polls and former President Donald Trump has won Iowa and New Hampshire over other Republican candidates. President Joe Biden has won the only Democratic primary held so far in New Hampshire. Other states will be voting in the near future.
In world news, a landslide earlier this Monday in a southwestern China mountainous province buried 47 people, killing at least 2, and forced evacuation of 200 more amid freezing temperatures and falling snow. The disaster struck just before 6 a.m. local time in the village. Rescue efforts are still ongoing to find victims buried in 18 separate houses.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors and then another couple of dad jokes.
Specializing in OTR dry van freight with over 300 trucks and 1,100 trailers on the road, Trucks For You is in it for the long haul. Trucks For You.
It takes a certain kind of humor to truly appreciate a good solid dad joke. And by good, I obviously mean bad. Ridiculously bad. So bad that people are shaking their heads. That's how you know it's a good dad joke. Fortunately for those who appreciate such uncomfortable guilty pleasures in life, the dad joke segment is back for the 23-24 school year. So for all the dads out there, take it away.
Did you know corduroy pillows are gaining popularity? Yeah, they're making headlines. All right, what did one eye say to the other eye? Between you and me, something smells.
I don't know about you, but I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. I'm Aidan Noblet, reporting for TigerVision News.
Thanks, Aidan. It's no ice to be back at school and get those dad jokes.
And now it's time for On This Day in History.
On this day in 1972, Serbian air stewardess Vesna Volovic survived a 10,000-meter fall without a parachute after an explosion in the baggage compartment caused her flight to crash, thus making it the world's highest fall without a parachute.
On this day in 2020, Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash. He was 41.
On this day in 1482, the Jewish Bible was first printed as a book in Italy.
On this day in 1980, 175,000 paid to hear Frank Sinatra sing in Rio de Janeiro.
On this day in 1961, Canadian ice hockey great Wayne Gretzky was born. Among many records, he is the only player to total 200 points in one season, a feat he accomplished 4 times.
The English historian Edward Hallett Carr once described history as an unending dialogue between the present and the past.
Learning about our history is always so interesting to me.
And now to Coach London and Mr. Wicks for this week's Tiger Sports Report.
Hello, welcome into the Sports Report. Coach London, Jason Wicks here. We're in front of the trophy cases.
The new trophy case.
The new trophy case. It's a nice place out here in Harrison Fieldhouse in the lobby. This past Tuesday, the wrestlers had the 4A 7 district championships going on here in the Fieldhouse, and 4 teams were here: Podo, Stillwell, Locust Grove, and Fort Gibson. Fort Gibson took care of Stillwell, and Locust Grove no problem. And then the final matches came down to Podo, and Fort Gibson came up a little short.
Yeah, we wrestled really hard, and our old guys gave everything they had. It just didn't go our way, and Poto's, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And so we had been to Dual State, I believe, 3 years in a row. And so it was a tough loss, but, they still have their regular or their individual, if you will.
Right. It's not over.
No. Regionals coming up here in a few weeks, and then state. So it's definitely not over, and proud of our guys. It was fun. They got after them, and it didn't work out for us, and so
it was an exciting morning.
It was a good day.
Yeah,
it was a good day.
Tonight they're at Tahlequah, or sorry, last night they went to Tahlequah, and we didn't have the results at the time of this recording, so we'll have that hopefully next week. Tomorrow they're headed to the Maverick Conference Tournament, so good luck to all of our grapplers.
Yep.
The ice was not over the swimming pool this past week, so the swimmers were still able to do their thing.
Yeah, they were getting it on like they always do.
Yeah, they're in the water quite a bit lately, and they've been busy. They took on Muskogee, Shakota, and Oologah this past week. And tomorrow they're going to travel to the Rose Invitational,
which is at Oologah.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
No, I don't.
They give them a rose if they win.
Oh.
That's how they come up with the rose. That's what I was told.
Okay.
So there you go, the Rose Invitational.
That's great.
That's it. There you go. Fun fact.
So they're going to get their feet wet around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So good luck to the swimmers. Powerlifting. Got some results from powerlifting.
We sure do. Girls, we started girls this year, and so we had a meet the other day at Hilldale.
Okay.
And so here's some of our results. In the girls division, Emily Jorgensen was first, Addie Bracken second, Mackenzie Colbert was third. On the boys' side, we had a winner. Jake Spencer was first. Gideon Wood and Eli Skaggs were third, respectively, in their weight division. So, yeah, it was a really good meet for us. So, shout out to Coach Deathridge and Coach Nolan for helping those kids out, and so we're excited about that.
That's awesome. The basketball squads have been busy this past week. Last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was the 50th annual Old Fort Classic here at Harrison Fieldhouse. Our Lady Tigers took care of business all three games, 3-0 on the tournament. Took home the gold, brought home the hardware for the championship. They took down Stillwell in the final game, 52-46. Packed house, very, very.
It was a great tournament, both sides, boys and girls, highly ranked teams on both sides, very tough.
Yep.
Great matchups every day. Crowds were great, and our teams performed really well. Girls were 3-0, boys are 2-1.
Right.
It was really a good tournament for both, and so it was fun.
The guys won the championship on the consolation side, so congratulations to you guys.
Yep.
This past Tuesday, Wagner came to town. Both our boys and girls took care of business there. Our girls are ranked number 5 in the state, and their girls were ranked number 9, and we beat them 49-36. So a big 13-point victory over a ranked team. Our Tigers played well. Beat the Bulldogs. Final score 56-47.
Yeah, 2 really good wins by our teams. We sent the Bulldogs home with their tails between their legs. I don't know what to say, but it was good wins for both because Wagner has 2 good teams.
Yeah,
so
they do.
It was good to get those wins.
Yeah. Tonight they'll travel to Locust Grove for 6 o'clock and 7:30 tip, and then tomorrow, quick turnaround. Got a matinee of sorts. 2:30 and 4 o'clock. The Ada Cougars will be
Cougars
here.
rolling in.
Yeah. So those games will be on TigerVision if you want to watch those games, or hey, come out. Nothing going on Saturday afternoon.
Nothing. The sun's probably not even going to shine. It hasn't shined for 2 years, it feels like.
It's not supposed to be foggy though, so that's good.
Amen.
Yeah. So games here tomorrow, streaming live on TigerVision, FortGibbsTigers.tv. Anything else got going on?
I think that's it.
All right. We wish the best to all of our athletes and coaches. Now, send it back to Emma and Avery in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching this week's episode. I'm Avery.
And I'm Emma. Have a safe weekend, and we will see you all back here next week on TigerVision News.